Yeah, you have to shrug it off. It's just the game. You can't take it personally either. And whatever happened on the field stays on the field.
How did you feel you did? You generally are very tough on yourself. How did you feel you did this last game?
I feel like I did pretty well this game, but I still feel like I left some plays on the field. There's a couple throws that I want to have back again. Obviously to D.D. Goodson, one to Paul. So there's always room for improvement, and I'm always going to see it that way, and always going to be tough on myself.
Was that your best performance in terms of self-evaluating, grading yourself?
Yeah, I'd say so. Obviously it's hard because I left throws out there, and I'm always hard on myself, so I always nitpicky, I guess, on myself. But I'd say last week was pretty good. Distributing the ball to all my receivers, whoever was open, and taking what the defense gave me.
What do you feel like you've improved most in?
I think just being, calm and composed and just leading the guys. That's a key thing. Arizona State was a little bit rough. You may not see it on, on the film or anything like that, but there are points of that game where I felt like I wasn't leading well enough. And, as the games have progressed, everything's become slower, and just led my team, which is what I really want to do.
Sefo, I don't know if there's ever a definitive moment for something like this to happen, but in that second half, when things started to get chippy and you didn't back down and you kept staying in the pocket, kept getting hit, kept coming back, your offensive lineman came back at one point to protect you. Was that some kind of moment for this team that you guys can build off of? Like, you're a true freshman quarterback, you have all these experienced guys in front of you, and they came back to help you out. Do you think you earned your teammates' respect more so at that moment than any other moment, and can that help you guys go forward?
I'd say I'd earned their respect a little bit. It meant a lot to have them come back. I'm not going to let anyone, push me around or anything like that. Obviously, a late hit is a late hit, and I'm not going to do anything about that because, they have a flag for that. But, pushing down on someone, I'm not going to not stand for that. But I think that the team, after that point, had a lot of fire and a lot of fight. And teams aren't going to be able to, just roll over us. It's not going to happen this year. It's not going to happen anymore. We're a team that's going to fight, and you're going to fight all 60 minutes against us.
Sefo, what are you going to take from last weekend's game and apply it to Washington?
That the more athletic and faster teams, you have to read things a lot faster. I think that for the most part of the game last week, I did a good job, but there are times that I just kind of let it slip and misread something here or there. So I think that I need to go through my reads quicker and get it to the open guy and make the right checks.
How excited are you about going home to Washington this week?
Pretty excited, I'd say. I get to see a lot of my family, a couple of my friends. So I think that for me, it's special in the way that I'll play in front of my family and friends back home.
Did you ever think about how just last year at this time you were playing high school football there?
I think being in college and going to school and playing football here, it doesn't give you a chance to think. I've never been homesick being here because they keep you so busy. And now being the starting quarterback, you even have less time and you're even busier, so you don't really think about all that.
So what does Washington do on defense? What do you see?
Run a lot of base stuff, kind of similar to in Arizona. Run a bunch of basic stuff, and they want to keep everything in front of them and make you execute, which is something that we've gotten better at each week. And we want to play a full game, and I believe we're getting closer to that.
I was saying that you didn't. There weren't plays called from any deep routes last game. Obviously, that was part of the game plan. Is that something you think will be incorporated in this week?
Even if I knew, I probably wouldn't, share what the game plan is this week. So you guys are gonna have to wait and see.
Coach Mack always likes to say, just keep swimming. Do you feel like that message finally kicked in or resonated against UCLA?
I think so. We fought, all 4 quarters. We put together a really good game. Obviously, there's mistakes in the game that you want to take out, and you're never going to play a perfect game. But, we kept swimming, as he said. We kept fighting until that final whistle.